Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day today. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be sharing with you guys some of the furniture pieces for the master bedroom and also the living room. A few videos ago, I spoke to you guys and I said if you were going to be interested in seeing how everything was going to come together in the furniture. So I have been looking at living room and also pieces for the master bedroom. In today's video, I will be sharing all of that. All right, you guys, first off, we are looking at this console and I am so in love with it. It is absolutely beautiful. I've actually been looking at this for about a year. It's something that I saw while sourcing for a client and I just fell in love with it. And I thought to myself, why not look at it for my new place? It's still not a definite yes, but I can tell you now that I love it so much. So once you open up the cabinets, you have place right here where you can put storage. And if you see the keyhole opens in the back, you can do any sort of entertainment like the kids' toys or the cable internet and things like that there. The shelvings are removable also, so if I want to stack some pillows or something, which I'm not going to do that, you can have that. And then this middle unit right here is the drawer, which I love. It just looks really good. This particular color on the cabinet is called Sandstorm. It's actually very, very similar to the coffee table in the previous house from the collection, the Campagna. And I just love the finish of it. So if you take a closer look, you can see the stitching on the facing. It is a performance fabric and it is leather. It just looks so good, you guys. It just looks so good. I love the pulls. All you have to do is push it in and it pops out, and you do a light close on there. Gonna give you a closer look. Look at that. Oh, it just looks so good. The reason why I love it is because I can go light or dark with this piece in terms of decor, furniture, and it will just play really nicely, and it just looks so good. I absolutely love it. And again, you always want to look for that performance fabric when you're dealing with kids, so that was really important to me also. I'm just gonna get another look here so you guys can see that. So the facing, like I said, it is a performance fabric and it's just like so amazing. So I actually thought about this over and over again, and I kept thinking about what did I want to go downstairs. The living room is a lot smaller than the previous house, so I really wanted to maximize the space and just do really big statement pieces down there. And what I thought about doing is this piece here, which is the Crawford. Keep in mind that the fabric, the nail head trim color, and everything can be changed out on this particular piece. What I'm not in love with is the back pillows. It doesn't matter if you're spending a whole lot, if you're spending a little bit. Every so often, these have to be rotated, which is why I opted not to do the back pillow with the previous sofa. So that's the only thing that has me a little hesitant. But in terms of the Crawford, it's just really beautiful and super sleek. It's giving more of a contemporary feel, which is what I was going for in the space. So this is definitely a contender. The next sofa that I was looking at that I thought would be, again, another contender, keeping in mind that the fabric can change on here, is the Fairchild. Now this one is 95, which is really perfect. And I just thought it comes with the pillows, which I wasn't gonna have to spend any more money on pillows. Okay. I love the finish on it. I love the nail head trim on it. I love the fact that it didn't have the back pillow, so I didn't have to worry about that. You have two really nice, large and wide down-filled cushions, which was going to be really great. You guys already know I'm crazy about nail head trim, so it had the nail head trim. I even liked the small peekaboo of the legs, which was really great. And the sofa itself is just a really beautiful sofa. If I had to make a decision like today, this would definitely be the sofa that I would be looking at. I just thought it was really nice. And then I thought, and then for upstairs, the loft space, I'm going to do a sectional. Let me show you guys that real quick. So this right here is the Brie sectional. I really love the Brie sofa. I was just magnetized by it. But again, like I said, it was 108. So I was just like, Upstairs though, it's really nice. Although it's small, the walls are long enough where I can fit this sectional up there. I love the fact, again, that it came with all the pillows. So I am going to customize the pillows and just make sure that I go a little, I can do like overfill, which means the cushions will be super, super stiff, but at least then they guaranteed me, I guess a little bit more structure. So this is what I was looking for upstairs. What I wasn't like extremely in love with is the legs. So I have to speak with someone to see if I can possibly make the legs in the front the same as the back, just because this is giving me a little too traditional vibes, and I wasn't trying to go too traditional. I wanted to do a little bit more transitional contemporary. So you guys, this right here is another sectional that I was just in love with. If I was to do this, I would have to take this middle piece out here because I don't believe my wall is long enough for this entire setup. But this is it here. I will say this, sometimes you can't and sometimes you can, but in this particular case, looking at a sectional in the construction of it, you can tell that it's a really, really great, well-made quality piece. This also has the spring down cushions. It comes with the 6 pillows, which are 22 by 22. And again, I can select different fabrics for the pillows, which I will. The color of the sofa also can be changed out. Right now, as you can see, it's in a neutral. If it goes upstairs, I would probably definitely move towards getting something a little bit darker, just so that way I wouldn't have to worry about the boys. And if I could do a performance fabric, this is a section without the pillows on it. Here's another view of it here. And then this is the view looking up. If you were, like I said, this one is the piece that I think I would probably have to take out. I just don't think that I have enough space for it. So I have rotated this picture around so you guys can see the full measurement of the space. So this side of the sectional is coming in at 136. And like I said, I will be removing that one extra unit right there. So what I did is I took 136 and I minus the 30 inches and I was left with 106. So now that back wall, instead of it being 136, it's 106. And the wall upstairs in the loft is 165. So what I would do is take the 165 and minus the 106, and it still leaves 30 inch of space on the other side, which is perfect. Right now, what you're seeing is that L upstairs in the loft space. The L will be on the other side closer to the window, because where the L is currently at now, I do want to create like a walkway. I'm sure the way that I'm explaining it makes absolutely zero sense, but once I go into the house and you guys can see the layout, because the framing is complete, you'll get an idea. I'm going to redo measurements again to make sure that my measurements are correct. Again, I did take away some of the measurements, so even though I'm telling you the wall was 165, I want to say it's actually 172, but I did take it from the measurements. It'll make a whole lot more sense once I actually go in and take measurements. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys some of the pieces. So this is the bed that I have been looking at, because I don't think the room is wide enough to put the day bed back in front of it. So I really wanted some sort of detail or something in front of it, because what I was thinking was just to do 2 small little ottomans in front of it. So I really wanted the bed to have that detail, and the nail head trim just to me seemed really perfect. It was feminine, but not too girly. And keep in mind, the fabric again can be changed, and the color of the nail head trim can be changed also. So I was thinking of going neutral, but then doing the nail heads really dark. I love this bed. I do still love the previous bed from the previous house. The thing is, I think it's just too big for that bedroom, because the bedroom is a little bit smaller, and I still wanted to create a sitting room within that space. So I had to think of a more narrow bed, and this bed to me just kind of fit that style. I am going to have some grays, but the house is not going to be like gray. I definitely want it to be more grayish. I feel like that will transition a little bit easier, especially considering the quality of the furniture. I just don't want to do something that's, I would say, considered to be a little like trendy. With the footboard, I'm thinking about just doing 2 ottomans, like one here and one here, just because I think the room isn't wide enough to support the day bed that was in previously. I don't know. I have the measurements. I haven't measured everything out just yet. I will at some point, and then I'll be able to tell if I can do the bed and still get the day bed in front. Then I'll go ahead and just have the previous bed from the house. If not, then I'll be looking at making this my new bed. The nail head trim detail is just really, really beautiful. Really beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to be able to, take those zoom in shots again just like this so you can actually see the detailing. I think that's one of the things that I absolutely miss is, just being able to do the zoom in shots and seeing the weaving of the fabric, seeing the nail head trim, seeing how everything just aligns evenly and just like super crisp on the furniture is what I miss seeing. But yeah, this is definitely the contender there. The next contender is this bed here, and I'm sure you probably already said nail head trim. The scallop detail right here is just really, really beautiful. Nail head trim around, again, really beautiful. This is just to show you the bed can be done in so many different fabrics. As long as it's a part of the upholstery line, you can do it, or you can source your own fabrics to kind of put on the bed. But the reason why I love this was the really nice tall and high headboard. Thought it was just really nice. The bed that I'm showing you, they're girly and feminine, but I feel like, if you were interested, you had a husband or something like that, it's still workable in the bedroom, especially if this was like a really, really dark smoke, almost black gray, and then you went dark with the nail head trim. It would almost have this scallop disappear into the fabric. So I think that would just be really nice. And again, the legs and everything. I really like this bed. The only reason why I would probably say no to it is I am trying to stay away from doing gray upholstery. So that's probably the only thing that would make me like, do I want something like this permanently in the room? But other than that, I really do love the bed. I think it's just a really great bed. So pretty much those are the furniture pieces that I am looking at. If you haven't figured out by now, let me just tell you, I'm pretty playful, serious, and to the point. I feel like everything should have a purpose and a purpose for everything. And what I mean by that is my design style is straight to the point. It can come across as being boring, but for me, considering the investment that I'm about to make, I just want it to be timeless. Being on YouTube has allotted me a lot of opportunities, and I have a lot of companies that reach out to me all the time to do things, to try things, to use things, to buy things. And one of the things that I always take into consideration is you guys. And what I mean by that is, even if I was to change my bedroom 5 times, the reality is you guys may not be able to, because there's a huge difference between me changing it up and me getting my room sponsored. Huge difference. And I do get that, which is why even in the last house I try to keep some level of consistency, which is like the dining, my office, the bedrooms, like those areas. I did my best to just kind of keep them the way that they are, and I didn't really change them around. If I did anything, I might have talked to you guys about the pillows, about rug, and also the paint colors, which are really inexpensive changes that are extremely doable in a space. So my logic and my way of thinking and how I do things have not changed. I'm still going to be on that same path. And I'm sure, like I said, from the previous house, when I started, if you didn't understand it or you didn't get it, or you was just like, what is she doing? I'm sure by the end, you're like, okay, I see, So that's pretty much what I want to do. The only piece of furniture right now that I'm just like, yes, I want it, is the sofa. And that's it. The sectional, I really do love it. And I have the measurements, so I have to kind of measure everything in this space. Even the console, I love it. I really, really love it. But then I have to think about the round coffee table that was in the master. And it will clash with that, because the entire body of it is gold. In the top, it's a rustic kind of finish.
Anyway, I may do that sofa and just opt to get rid of the nail heads on it. That way it just fits with everything in there. But anyway, I have more than enough time to think about all these things and to make the final decisions on it. And when I do, you guys will definitely see it. But that is pretty much it for the video today. I hope you guys have a really, really great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.